What's up, YouTube? Roach here, back with another video, and today we're going to be taking a look at CD Projekt Red implodes from itself on damage control. Apparently this has something to do with The Witcher 4. Let's go ahead and take a look.
Let's go! So I came across a very interesting article, and this one comes from Fandom Pulse with a headline that reads, CD Projekt Red accused of paying bots to defend The Witcher 4. Now, this one is really interesting to me because we've seen companies like this do this all the time. That's not to say that CD Projekt Red is guilty. Let's just be very clear. But we have caught multiple other companies, and Master of the TDS has caught them as well. Multiple other companies, Sony included, doing bots and using bots to kind of bolster this narrative around a certain video game because they really want you to believe that the game is going to be XYZ, even though with...
Yo, that's actually crazy. This almost reminds me, not particularly exactly the same thing, but kind of back when COVID was spreading in 2020 and Twitter, there was people at Twitter and like all these other news media formats that were pushing their agenda and silencing other people's perspective and viewpoints if you didn't agree with them on things, but basically, yeah, pushing the narrative, exactly what it says in the title there.
With your eyes, you can clearly see that that's not the case.
There are no gods here. There are only...
Shut the fuck up. You're a fucking cunt.
Oh, Filthy Frank's great.
So I wouldn't be shocked if this is true coming from CD Projekt Red, considering the narrative that's going around Witcher 4 right now.
Oh, so this hasn't been like
Siri,
confirmed.
how people have a multitude of different opinions regarding why they don't like her as the main protagonist, and I could see them trying to use a bot farm to try to sway public opinion, because again, these companies have done this before. So let's get into this article, guys, from Fandom Pulse. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, and like the video to push us out into that YouTube algorithm. So it says YouTuber Aiden Paladin has accused CD Projekt Red of paying bots to defend The Witcher 4. In a post to X, Aiden Paladin wrote the following: I have become 100% convinced that CD Projekt Red has paid for a bot farm to spam the same talking points regarding The Witcher 4. I've pointed out before that there's about 5 seemingly scripted responses to any critique of what we know about the game, but here it is overtly. Now, before he gets into the rest, when we talk about bots, we notice that they say the same thing. Like there's 2 or 3 phrases that they say the same time over and over and over again. They just flip it a little bit. They might change one word from the beginning to the end or something along those lines to make it sound different, but it's ultimately the same. And you can clearly see it's a bot just based off the way they talk, because nobody talks like that. So they're very...
Well, I do want to see, hopefully he shows maybe some of the things, the comments that the bots were saying, so we can kind of see that for ourselves.
Easy to spot. Once you know what to look for, they're very, very easy to spot. Then it says, I say nothing about her being a Witcher. She's not and cannot be. And instead, just say, I don't want to play a game where you go around as Siri trying to not get R-worded in a war-torn continent, as happens in the books. And the
Bro
NPC just starts talking about...
Bro just straight up went for it. This is fucking gold.
Her being a Witcher, and how I'm a fake fan and a complete non sequitur. I refuse to believe these are real humans, she added. Then Paladin shared an example of an interaction with X-user Subtoxia92. Paladin commented on Pirate Nation's post. The books portray the gritty dark nature of warfare in horrifying detail, including Ciri being nearly R-worded on multiple occasions while she and Geralt are separated. I don't want to play a game about that.
Now, to be honest, like, I don't have a problem with playing this game at all. Like, I'll try it when it comes out, right? I'm not opposed to it just because Ciri is the main character here. I also don't really think it has anything to do with, what is it, DEI? I don't think it has anything to do with that in this game. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. They could be pushing DEI perspectives. But I don't believe that's what's going on here.
The X-user replied, depriving Ciri of any part of the story? Read the books. She doesn't take the trial of the grasses, but considers herself a Witcher in the end, and is more powerful than any Witcher. Don't tell me you liked Witcher 3 and acted like this, because a certain ending literally makes her a Witcher. Then in a subsequent post, she added CD Projekt Red maybe put some instruction into your bots to not respond to a woman saying she doesn't want to play a game where the female protagonist has to avoid getting harassed or R-worded with the same epic scripts of read the books and she's a Witcher. Now, I've seen this response everywhere. Literally everywhere. So there might be something to this about it
we
being
do have
bots,
the replies
but
here.
I've seen this response everywhere. And you want to know why? It might not necessarily be bots. What it is what I like to call them is Wikipedia warriors, right? When Wikipedia warriors, when they find something that they want to tie their activism to, when they realize, oh, there's a game, there's a movie, there's a TV show that happens to fit the narrative that I'm desperately looking for all the time, let me go to Wikipedia and see if there's anything that I can tie my activism to the lore, and that way I could go and use it and own the chuds. That's really what it is. So what ends up happening is the Wikipedia warriors don't really have a lot of knowledge about what they're talking about, so they just focus on one or two things that all the other Wikipedia warriors have talked about, and then they use it to try to own the chuds, although it's very easily destroyed once people start diving a little bit deeper into the actual context of whatever they may be talking about.
I mean, I don't honestly see a problem with playing the game. Now, personally, I don't know the back-end lore story of The Witcher. I haven't dove that far into it, and I personally don't care, honestly. I'm sure I'll get a lot of hate for that, but I don't care. I think if it's a good game and I'm willing to give it a shot and, try it out, play it, whatever. If you don't like it, if you don't want to play the game because of certain personal views or reasons, then that's by all means on you. Don't play the game. But I don't see why there's such controversy and argument surrounding this at all. I get that there's like hardcore fans that are attached to the lore behind this, but I mean, if it's such a big deal, just don't fucking play the game. That's my personal opinion.
Right? So her being a Witcher in the actual books never happened. She's never a
Also, I just want to state that I realize that's not the point being made here.
Witcher in the books. Now, in talking about Witcher 3, Geralt, there is an ending that allows her to become a Witcher in kind of like, name, but she's not actually a Witcher. She doesn't take the trial of the grasses, not in Witcher 3 anyway. That never happens. They stick with the lore of women never becoming Witchers. So I don't understand why somebody would try to disingenuously represent it as something else other than what it is. She might be a Witcher in name, given by Geralt, but she's not actually a Witcher by the definition of the word Witcher. She's just a representation of a Witcher. Then again, it says that Paladin's accusation comes in the wake of intense backlash against CD Projekt Red's decision to make Ciri a Witcher who undertook the trial of the grasses in The Witcher 4, which we've already talked about through and through. I think it's really dumb. Even up here.
But here's the question I had, because I haven't really played all the Witcher games. Are they going by the book on this? Like, have they been going by the book on this the entire time? Let me know down in the comments. I'm really curious to know. But I just want to know that, because if they have been going by the book on this, then I can understand why people are maybe mad and that they're changing the narrative here.
Here, if you look at what the bot said, it said she doesn't take the trial of the grasses, but considers herself a Witcher in the end, and is more powerful than any Witcher. So if she's more powerful than any Witcher, and she doesn't need to take the trial of the grasses in order for that to be a thing, then why did she take the trial of the grasses in The Witcher 4? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what the bots don't want to actually talk about, because they're not programmed to talk about it. And the Wikipedia warriors, they don't actually have an answer for that. Because, again, we've been saying, and I've been saying, that I don't want to see Ciri as a Witcher, because she's way more special than a Witcher. She's thoroughly more special than a Witcher. If you want a girl boss who is the key to everything, and that's the dream narrative that you've been looking for, then look no further, because that's exactly what Ciri is. Ciri is the key to everything. Ciri is that special girl boss. She is the one, right? She's the female Neo. So why would you then want to make her into a Witcher and nerf her? And before you say, oh, it's not a nerf for her to become a Witcher, no, it is, because it's been proven and it's been admitted by CD Projekt Red themselves that they are in fact nerfing Ciri heavily in order to make her into a Witcher. So why would you do that? Why would you even want to do that? Imagine being able to play someone so powerful as Ciri. We got a snippet of it, a snippet of her power.
Again, I think it goes back to if they were going by the book the entire time through the game series on this. And if they have been and they're changing the narrative, then I can see this being a problem.
In Witcher 3, where she's teleporting everywhere and whatnot, we had a snippet of that. And now that's all going to go away just so you can cosplay as female Geralt. That sounds unbelievably
Female
stupid.
girl.
That sounds very boring. That's not exactly the route that I thought that Siri as a protagonist would bring to the franchise.
I also see what he's saying here. Basically, they're creating a game where she's acting as Geralt, and she's not acting as what she was intended, her intended purpose in the storyline was. I think it honestly would have been it'd probably be a better game if they just took the route where they just made a game based around her actual role in the storyline, to be honest with you. I mean, that honestly sounds more interesting than this.
I didn't think we would just be getting female Geralt, because if that's the case, then just give me Geralt. I don't need female Geralt. I will much rather play as actual Geralt. That just doesn't make any sense to me. But in any case, IGN also reported the game director Sebastian informed them that she underwent the trial of the grasses as well. IGN's Matt Purslow reported that Kalemba explains that following the events of The Witcher 3, Ciri had undertaken the famously painful trial of the grasses, which has mutated her into a powerful and resilient warrior. This backlash was addressed on multiple occasions by both Kalemba and Mirega, as well as the narrative director, Philip Weber. In an interview with Eurogamer, Weber said, "I think there's many valid worries and responses, because I think a lot of them come out of passion," which it is. It is, ultimately. You know, you have people who are going to try to represent it as, oh, look at this grifter. I bet he's never played a single Witcher game. I've had so many people
There's that buzzword again, grifter.
comment that on my YouTube channel, which is hilarious because I'm staring at my Steam account right now, which showcases almost 60 hours in just Witcher 2 alone, and it was ages ago. It was literally ages ago. So come on, bro. Not only that, looking at the hours played in Witcher 1, looking at the hours played in Witcher 3, you're seriously going to try to sit there and be like, oh, he's just a grifter. That's why he doesn't like Ciri being the protagonist. No, you're misrepresenting what I say, and you're misrepresenting what everybody else is saying. I understand that Ciri was going to eventually be the protagonist. That's not my concern. My concern is the reason and the method of which they went about representing her in Witcher 4, simply because the message for CD Projekt Red is so much more important. CD Projekt Red is all about the feminism. CD Projekt Red is all about the modern day feminism. So, with that being said, they have clearly been influenced in a way to represent Ciri that may not be exactly the best way to represent her. And it's unfortunate because, again, this is a character that should have the key to everything. This is a character that should be immensely powerful just based
I'm starting to see why people are upset about this, honestly.
off the lore, and she's going to get nerfed because of reasons. So, anyway, guys, thank you so much.
Reasons being DEI in the company.
For watching this video. Hope you did enjoy it. If you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly
It's either DEI or DIE. I don't fucking know. Honestly, I don't care.
appreciate. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one.
I think DEI or DIE, whatever the fuck it is stupid to begin with. I think that it destroys companies because if you look at it, like, a company should be focused on production and productivity and designing a game, or even like for like tractors. They were doing this with tractors, Bud Light, Costco. I just seen a video on Costco arguing about how they're trying to keep DEI or DIE, whatever the fuck it is, in their stores. Just focus on the productivity and putting out a good product instead of fucking trying to put identity politics in your shit. Come on, guys.
Hey guys, if you liked the video, make sure you head over to the page, hit that like button, scroll over, smash that subscribe, and hit that bell icon to get notified for future video drops, and I will see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.